week national level workshop on artificial intelligence and machine learning. First of all, I would like to thank the management of Chalapati Institute of Engineering and Technology for organizing this national level workshop on the hottest topic of today's world, that is AIML, for upgrading the skills in the direction of AIML. My name is Arpit Yadav, and I will be your resource person for the next 6 days. And I will give you a guarantee that I will give you a complete roadmap in the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the most quality way. I hope that you all people are doing well and safe with your family during this pandemic situation. Now let's start our session. We are giving this session in association with Keyword Research. Mr. Ravi Teja is the founder of this research, where we are giving the all upgrading the skills, that is in the terms of internship, projects, webinar, seminar, workshop. So this webinar is we are doing in association with the Keyway Research. About me, my name is Arpit Yadav. I'm having the total 10.8 years of experience. But parallelly, I'm also having the experience of 8 years for giving the skill development training in the recent technology. Currently, I'm pursuing my PhD in machine learning, and recently I was awarded as a Inspirational Scientist Award in the artificial intelligence domain. I'm having the 2 patents, out of which one patent is in the artificial intelligence. I completed my PGP post graduation program in AIML, and I did 70 plus certifications in the domain of data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. Currently, I am working as a research scientist in artificial intelligence and machine learning at TensorFlow, Hyderabad. I am also working as a thesis supervisor at ABAD, Bangalore. I am also best learning officer in artificial intelligence and machine learning at Invictus Engineers, Hyderabad. I am associated as subject matter expert for data science and machine learning in White Panda Technology, Bangalore. And I'm also working as a freelancer live session expert and mentoring in AIML at Factual AI Bangalore. And due to my passion, I want to impart my industry-based knowledge to the upcoming generation, fresher students, or any professional in the world of data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. Hence, I'm also working as a corporate trainer. So this is a short overview about me. In the today's webinar, we will go through the very brief overview about the machine learning, deep learning, AI/ML, and during 6-day workshop, we will see the project of AI/ML domain, deep learning domain, and after that overall workshop, you are having the very good understanding that what is the world of machine learning, how we are doing the project in the machine learning, what is the world of deep learning, and how we are doing the project in the world of deep learning and artificial intelligence. So that I will take the guarantee. But directly before going for the practical session, it is very necessary to understand how machine learning concept work in the company, what exactly machine learning concept is there, everything we need to know first, then we will go for the practical session. So I welcome all of you. I'm starting my session now. Now, many of the participants, those who join the session, having the doubt in their mind that I am from XYZ field having N year of experience. I am a fresher or I am a student belonging to some branch, either mechanical, civil, textile, computer science, and anyone. So it is possible for me to learn the data science, machine learning, AI or not? If it is possible, then what is the right time to learn the data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI? So before going forward, I am having the very interesting thing to show you. He is the Mr. Siddharth Pilli. His name is Siddharth Pilli. He is from Hyderabad. Before 7 months in Hyderabad, this news goes viral. He is working as a data scientist. He is studying in 7th standard. So you can imagine 7th standard student is working as a data scientist in the company. Second news is that he is Mr. Tanmay Bakshi. He is 16-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy. He is working as an AI researcher in IBM company. He is a very famous personality in the international market because he is also giving the motivational speak in the world of artificial intelligence. So his name is Mr. Tanmay Bakshi. His age is 16, 16. Then he is Mr. Sarang Sumesh. He is 8-year-old boy who is making the robot in the field of artificial intelligence. So the intention of this news, that means intention of giving this idea to you people is that if you people are belonging from any background, either any branch, or either you are a professional in any background having any years of experience. So just remember that age does not matter, your background does not matter. If you are having the skills in the direction of machine learning and artificial intelligence, then companies are ready to welcome you. Just you should have the skills to work on that domain. Now, what those are skills and what is the overall process, that I will let you know in the today's session. What is the things required to go for the machine learning project and artificial intelligence project? So the answer is very simple. Anyone can learn the data science. And what is the right time to learn the data science technology? You people are already late. Start from today, because the new generation, those who are studying in the schools, are already started learning the artificial intelligence, and that new generation will wash you out if you don't learn the AI. So just start from today. So the thing is very simple. Anyone can learn data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. So in the today's webinar and today's session, we will go through the brief overview of the machine learning. Exactly what do you mean by machine learning? And how the machine is learning from the overall process, what kind of project we people are doing in the industry, what is the overall workflow for the project in the industry. So in the entire session, we will go for what is the need of machine learning to the today's world, why machine learning is very important in the industry, what is the exact meaning of machine learning in the industry, what kind of project flow we are doing with the help of machine learning, types of machine learning we are solving in the industry, what kinds of problem we are solving in the world of machine learning, getting the in the machine learning domain, what kind of job role available for you people in the world of machine learning, and what are the applications of machine learning. So let's start the session in the most easy way. So this is the overview ladder to learn up to artificial intelligence. If any participant, those who wish to learn artificial intelligence, so left hand side diagram is the ladder or roadmap to learn AI. We directly cannot jump to the AI field because all are dependent on each other. For example, AI, artificial intelligence, is the 5-floor building. Fifth floor name is artificial intelligence. I want to learn AI, so I should have some certain roadmap to learn AI. And what is that roadmap? This is the roadmap. Artificial intelligence is the 5th floor building. I want to go up to artificial intelligence. So I will not directly bring the helicopter and go for artificial intelligence. It is a wrong process. So I will go stepwise process so that I can learn every process in the quality way to reach up to AI. So what is that stepwise process? You will go to the first floor first. What is the first floor? Language, programming language. There are many programming language available in the market, but in this slide I have highlighted Python because Python is the mostly used programming language in the industry for artificial intelligence. There are other language also available, R, MATLAB, Java, so on, but Python is the most dominant language. So I request all the participants to learn Python. This is the first floor. After learning the Python, go to second floor, that is the world of data science. Okay, data science is the second floor, and you also want to learn mathematics because mathematics is the soul of artificial intelligence. So learn mathematics, learn data science. This is the second floor. After having the confidence on data science field, then go for machine learning. Then machine learning is the third floor name. Machine learning field is nothing but algorithm field, that I will let you know in this today's webinar. Don't worry about that. Once you are confident on the machine learning, then go for deep learning. Then deep learning you will study. Deep learning is nothing but a study of neural networks. That I will let you know what is that need. Then after having the confidence on deep learning, then you can touch the world of AI. If you will follow this ladder stepwise, believe me, you will going to become a quality AI engineer in future if you are following the roadmap and stepwise guidance. Now, what is the world of data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI? So first floor is the language. Once you are having the language knowledge, so on the right hand side diagram, I am having one diagram available for you people, and that diagram is called as the workflow of AI project in the industry. Whenever we are having any project in the world of machine learning or data science, so first of all, we are having the topic of that project. Topic. So when we are having the topic of that project, so we are collecting the data related to that project. For example, I am explaining this diagram with a very easy example. Let assume that all the participant, those who are listening to today's webinar, we are working in one company, and that company is a data science company. Now the company has given us one project. That project name is cancer patient detection using machine learning algorithm. So what we will do? we are having this project name available with us. So very first step in all the company in MNC across the world, the very first step is that we are collecting the data related to that project. So our project name is cancer patient detection. So what we are doing, we are collecting the data of cancer patient from the medical industry. The team in the company who is responsible for collecting the real-time cancer patient data from the medical industry, that team in the company is called as big data engineering. Big data engineering team is responsible for collecting the data related to the project. After collecting the data related to the project, they are keeping this data in the database in the company, and the database is called as Hadoop and Spark. Similarly, they are also using the SQL language in order to do a data collection and working on data. So the thing is very simple. First team, those who are responsible in the company is the big data engineering, those who are collecting the real-time data related to your project. After that, this data is kept in the database, that is server. And after that, this data is given to the part number B, that is the data science and AI, for which you people have joined this workshop. So that part number B is the main hero of our picture. So in the part number B, first team is data science, and in our ladder, that is the second floor, data science. What do you mean by data science? Data science team is responsible for analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting that cancer patient data. That is data preparation. Data science team is responsible for data preparation in the company. This word is also called as data cleaning, exploratory data analysis, and so on. But the primary responsibility of data science team is that analyze, visualize, and interpret the data. And that is our example is cancer patient data. So they are going to analyze and interpret and visualize. Visualize means what? See the graph. Okay, that is a visualization. So they will do this process. That process is called as data cleaning, and they are doing all this process with the help of Python language. So in the Python language also you can visualize the graph, but if you want other visualization tool, then Tableau and Power BI are the two visualization tool available in the market. So the what we are doing, after getting the data of cancer patient, we are analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data. That is the responsibility of data science team, that is data cleaning. And after cleaning the data, they are giving to the machine learning team. That is our third floor. So what that machine learning team will do? Machine learning team will apply the algorithm to that data. Algorithm. So we are going to learn all algorithm under machine learning term. So machine learning means what? Machine learning is the world of algorithms. Algorithm we are applying to data. So data is going to give you hidden information. Always remember, whenever we are applying the algorithm to clean data, that is the output of data science team. So when we are applying the algorithm to data, that term is called as machine is learning from the data. That is a machine learning world. And after applying the algorithm to data, machine is going to give you hidden information from data. That means from our example, cancer patient data, when we apply the algorithm to cancer patient data is going to give you hidden information. That is called as model. Output of machine learning algorithm is a model. Model is having the hidden information. And in our example, hidden information is cancer patient data. And what hidden information is there? That this is which patient is having the cancer. What characteristic decide that patient is having cancer or not? That is model, hidden information. And this all process we are doing in the company in our system. Let assume that that model is available in your system. That is hidden information, and that hidden information we have to make available for common public. That is we people as a user. So what we are doing, we are converting that model in the form of app or website. Again, I'm repeating, we are converting that model to the website or to the app with the help of deployment team. So this is the part number C in this diagram. Deployment team is responsible for converting your model into the app and to the website, anything, with the help of cloud servicing technology. That is AWS, GCP, or MA. So it indicates that deployment team is helping of converting your model to the app or website. And in our example, cancer patient detection, they are converting this model to the cancer patient detection app, for example, and that app is available in your Play Store. When you will download that app, cancer patient detection, that app will ask you medical input. And when you will give the medical input to that app will say that you are not having cancer. So in this way, right from selecting the topic, collecting the data related to topic, prepare the data, that is data cleaning, that is done by data science team, then applying the algorithm to the data, that is machine learning team. Machine will learn from the data and we will give the information to you, that is model. And that model finally you are converting to the deployment with the help of cloud computing, and you people are enjoying that all facility. So this is the workflow we are following in the company. And machine learning, after you learn the machine learning concept, then you want to go for deep learning. Deep learning is nothing but the study of neural network. And once you are learning the neural network, then you go for AI. So this is the workflow we are following in the company. And in the simple definition, if you want to explain the world of data science, only data science term, just say in a single line, data science is nothing but science of data to make a business. Again, I am repeating, data science means what? It is a science of data to make a business. How we are making the business? That whatever the project you are working on, after converting to the app, that is with the help of deployment, when the public will download that app, from that he will make the business. So it indicates that data science is the world of science of data to make a business. Every company is using the data science world to make a business. So this is the short overview that this is the roadmap we have to follow. And if you are following this roadmap in the clear way, you will become a quality AI engineer. Now the thing is that what is the relationship between machine learning, deep learning and AI? So this is the relationship. Artificial intelligence is the bigger umbrella. Machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence. Deep learning is the subset of machine learning. Now, if I want to explain artificial intelligence to some person, so I am explaining in the most easy way. What is artificial intelligence? I am assuming that front person is a non-technical person and I want to explain artificial intelligence to that person. So what is AI? Artificial intelligence is nothing but it is a process to make such a machine which behave like human. Very simple. Again, I'm repeating. Artificial intelligence means what? Artificial intelligence is, it is a process to make such a machine which behave like human. And machine may be anything. Machine may be your computer. Machine may be a robot. Machine may be a Alexa. Machine may be a car. All that machines are learning from the data and they are behaving like human being. That is the artificial intelligence. And our main responsibility in the company is that only. We have to make such an intelligent machine which behave like human. That is the world of AI. Then what is machine learning then? Machine learning is also very simple, very simple. Machine learning means what? It is a process which is learning from the past data. Any project is available, collect the data related to that project, apply the algorithm. So that algorithm will learn from that data. And after learning the data, it is giving the prediction. So that is a machine learning. Learn from the past data and predict for the future data. What do you mean by deep learning then finally? Actually, deep learning is inspired from human body. In our human body, there are billions of neuron available inside our body, billions of neuron. So scientist has inspired from our neuron working, how one single neuron work inside our body, and they have developed artificial neural network. And from that artificial neural network is exactly working as a biological neuron in our body. So that is the study of deep learning. We are utilizing the deep learning concept because of neural network, and there we are making the application of AI. So this is the relationship between machine learning, deep learning and AI. AI is the bigger umbrella. Under AI, machine learning concept is there. That is machine learning is the subset of AI. Under machine learning, deep learning concept is there. Deep learning is the subset of machine learning. So in this way, we are having the relationship between AI, machine learning and deep learning, and we will start our overall process. Now the second process is that if you will search in the internet what top 10 skills in the world, you will find AI, machine learning, deep learning on the top of the chart in majority of searches. So this is the hottest topic. Similarly, if you will search top 10 programming language in the world, in majority of the result you will get Python on the top. Hence, in this workshop, we are going to learn the AI technology with the help of Python language. So this is the process. Finally, the data science means what? Data science is the process which is used to find the hidden information from huge volume of data. and from that hidden information company is making the business. So data science is very simple, that company is making the business. How they are making the business? By finding the hidden information from the data. How they are finding the hidden information from the data? By applying the algorithm to the data. That is the world of data science. Okay, so in the data science world, we are learning how to find the hidden information from the data, what data is trying to tell you. That is the data science world. So in the data science world, after upgrading the skill, these are the job opportunity you will get in future. But I will let you know what are the skills and job opportunity in our main session, that is a need of machine learning. So what is the need of machine learning to the world, and why people are using the machine learning and everything. After my today's session, I request all the participants to search for machine learning in Google. You will get that information that machine learning is already introduced to the world in the year of 1959, and today is 2020. Why machine learning is famous today from last 10 years? Why not machine learning is famous in the year of 1959 when machine learning is invented? So there are many reasons behind that. That reasons are this reason. Today there is a huge volume of data available. Huge volume of data available today on a single click. We people are generating the huge volume of data every day. For example, we are typing the messages in WhatsApp, we are uploading the photo in Facebook, Instagram, we are uploading the video in YouTube, TikTok and other social media. We are doing the online activity, that is shopping, online food order using Zomato or Swiggy, online cab booking. So whatever things you are doing online, your data is collected by the company. So we people are under observation, and today's world, on a single click we are generating the huge volume of data, and all that data is collected by company. Every company is collecting the data. For example, today you do one thing, you go to the Amazon app today. Okay, go to any product which you like the most, but don't purchase that product in Amazon app. Just view that product and come out of the Amazon app. After some time you will find that when you will enter into Facebook or other social media, same product will be highlighted there. So Amazon company has observed your activity, that you have entered into Amazon app, then you have viewed some product, but due to some reason you didn't able to purchase that product. Then you are coming out of the Amazon app, and that responsibility of Amazon app is that to show that product in the different social media. So they are motivating you to purchase that product because they have observed your data. They have observed your activity. That is the world of data science. So today we are having the huge volume of data in the company, and from that huge volume of data, we want to find the hidden information. And that hidden information is called as uncover pattern and trend in the data. What data is trying to tell you, that information we need to find, and we are finding that information with the help of machine learning algorithm. Why? Because after getting that hidden information, it is helping us to improve our decision. It is helping us to solve the complex problem. You people are enjoying the today Alexa. Alexa is the example of machine learning and AI technology, because Alexa has been trained from the huge volume of data. So the world of machine learning is very simple. There is a huge volume of data available with every company. We people are generating the huge volume of data every day. Hence, every company is having the huge volume of data, and we need to make the business from that data by finding the hidden information. That's the need of machine learning today. So the thing is that we are generating the data every day. It is helping us to improve decision. We are finding the hidden information and solving the complex problem. That is the need of machine learning today. Now let's enter into the machine learning world. What is machine learning now? Till this slide we came to know that what is the workflow, what is the roadmap to learn machine learning, deep learning, AI, and relationship between AI, machine learning and deep learning. Now let's see the exact meaning of machine learning from company point of view. As I said, machine learning is already introduced to the world in the year 1959 by the scientist Arthur Samuel. Today is 2020, but that definition which is given by Arthur Samuel in this slide, it is highlighted in blue color. If you will read that definition, you will not understand anything because it is a theoretical definition. A computer program is said to learn from experience E with respect to some class of T and so on. This is a theoretical definition. Let me give a practical definition of machine learning in the most easy way. So machine learning definition, when we will go for, so before that we are learning the machine learning concept with the help of programming language first, then we will go for machine learning definition. Whatever the programming language we are learning in our life, so we are learning that programming language to do some task, we are writing some program to do some task, so that is called as a traditional programming. And the machine learning also, when we are writing the code, so what is that machine learning process? So this slide is giving the comparison between what we are doing in the traditional programming and what we are doing in the machine learning. So comparison is very simple. In the traditional programming, we are writing the program. That means in the traditional programming, we are giving the input as a program and we are giving the data to that program. For example, addition of two numbers, we are writing the program first and then we are giving the data two number to that program. Then program will give the output addition of two number. That is a traditional definition. But in the machine learning, the things are different. In the machine learning, we are giving the data and output as an input to machine learning. Again, I am repeating, in the machine learning world, we are giving the data, that is input and output, to the machine learning, and machine is learning from that input and output data, and machine learning output is a program. So see the difference. In the traditional programming, input and program, we are adding together to have an output. But in machine learning, we are giving input and output to the machine, and then we are having the output as a program, that is called as model. That model is having the hidden information. So this is the basic difference between traditional programming and machine learning. If you are not getting from this slide, don't worry, in the upcoming slide I will be explaining this concept in the most easy way. Just remember, for the sake of information, in the traditional programming, we are writing the program and we are giving the data related to that program, so that is called as input. Input plus program is equal to output, that is traditional programming. And in the machine learning, we are having the input and we are having the output, and we are combining that, and it is having a program available. How that I will know. So that is the machine learning. So what is machine learning? In the machine learning, machine is learning from the past data. Machine is learning from the past data and it is predicting for the future data. That is the world of machine learning. In the machine learning, whatever we are learning from the past data, and after learning from the past data, machine is giving the output, that is called as program. Hence it is said that in the world of machine learning, it gives the ability to computer to learn without being programmed, because in machine learning we are not giving program, we are having the program as output from machine learning. That is the world of machine learning. In a simple way, machine is learning from the past data and predicting for future data. That is the machine learning world. Now, in the machine learning world, what are common terminologies we are using in the project? Whenever we are entering into the machine learning world, what common terminology you will encounter in the world of machine learning? Now, let's see. We are having the data. That data we are giving to machine to learn. Machine means what? Machine may be either your computer, machine may be a Alexa robot, machine may be a Sophia robot, machine may be a car, machine may be a drone, machine may be anything. Whenever we are giving the data to this machine, machine is learning from that data. And that terminology in the company is called as training the machine, train the machine. So machine is getting learning from data. That word is called as train the machine in the company. And in this slide, from where the machine is getting training, from the data. And one more thing very important, I would like to share the information. Machine may be a computer or a drone or anything. Machine only understand number. Machine don't understand categorical information, that is images and video. We have to convert images and video to data and to the numbers, and from that number machine is learning. So always remember, the data which we are giving to machine, that need to be converted into number, and then from that number of data, that is that data which is having number, is machine is learning. And after learning the machine is learning from the data, machine is giving the output as a model. So that model is having the hidden information, and from that model we are predicting. So these are the common terminology in the project we are having. and that common terminology is having this word inside that: algorithm. Algorithm means machine learning. Algorithm is made from mathematics. Always remember, if you want to enter into the world of machine learning, your mathematics knowledge should be very strong, because mathematics is the soul of machine learning and AI. After that, model. What do you mean by model? Output of machine learning algorithm is called as model. Model means one information, hidden information. That is a model. Predictor variable. What do you mean by predictor variable? In your data, whenever you are having the data available, so in that data you are having the input variable and output variable. In the data you are having the input variable and output variable. From that input variable, that is called as a predictor data. Input variable in the company is called as predictor data or predictor variable. Always remember, or independent variable. Three word. Whenever we are having the data available in our computer, in that data, if data is having the input and output both, so input is called as the predictor variable, independent variable, or input variable. Same thing in the data, if you are having the output, output is called as a response variable, output variable, and dependent variable. This is a response variable, dependent variable, or output variable. These are the word that is mostly used in the company. Then training data, as I said, machine is learning from data. That is a training data. And what is testing data? Whenever we want to predict something, we are applying that testing data to machine learning algorithm. So that is the process we are learning in that. So the finally, whatever the original data we are having, we are dividing that original data into training the data. That is, machine is learning from training data. After learning from the training data, machine is having the output. That output is called as model. Now, if you want to predict from that model, you are applying testing data to the model. And from that testing data, machine is learning. In the many company, we are having one more type of data, that is validation data. So validation data is used to check your model. That is, we are doing some changes in the model for having the better output. So these are the common terminology you are getting in the company. Does not matter if you are not getting anything whatever I'm talking right now. Don't worry. But in future, when you will enter into the world of machine learning, this word is going to encounter you. After that, as I already explained this, data is divided into two categories: training data and testing data. Training data you are giving to machine learning algorithm. Machine is learning from that. That is called as training the machine. And after machine is get trained, that is learned completely, machine is giving the output as model. Model is having hidden information. Now you want to predict something from that model, you are applying the testing data to the model, and model is giving the finally a prediction. That is the overall process in the company we people are following. So this is the overall process. Again, you are having the data available, you are analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data. That is called as a data cleaning in the company. That is a data science world. After cleaning the data, give that data to machine learning. We are applying the algorithm to the data. Data is learning from the algorithm. That's yeah, algorithm is learning from the data. And then we are having the output as model. That model is nothing but hidden information, and that hidden information you are converting finally to the app or website. So all this process we are using in the company. I have explained in the most easy way, and you have to follow this process only in the company. So this is the overall process. Machine is learning from the data. That data should be a number. Always remember, machine is learning from the number data. If you are having any other data in form of categorical, we are converting that data to number, and then we are proceeding further. So this is the part of all machine learning. These are the steps. Gather the data related to project. After gathering the data, prepare the data. And one for useful information I am sharing here: 70% of the time in the company is going for data preparation. That is this process, this data engineering. 70% of time of any project in the company, either it is Google, Facebook, or Amazon, 70% of the time is given to data engineering. Why? Because that clean data you are giving as an input to machine learning algorithm. And it is said that quality of input decide quality of output. More quality data you will give to machine learning, more quality output you will get. Hence, it is very necessary to clean the data very well, and that data cleaning process is called as data engineering. That is data wrangling, data preparation, and so on. that is a 70% of time we people are also spending on data cleaning. So you can imagine the importance of that, preparing that data, apply the algorithm to data, machine is learning from that, and then you are testing that algorithm. So that is the workflow. I have explained you what we are following in the company, that define the objective of your project, collect the data related to your project, prepare the data, that is data cleaning, explore the data, that is observe the graph, apply the algorithm, that is called as building a model. Model evaluation means what? Test that model. Evaluation, if you search in dictionary, that is called testing. Evaluate is testing. So test your model. After testing your model, you came to know that model is working very efficiently. Then give that model for prediction. So this is the workflow we are following in the company. That define the topic of project, collect the data related to the project, prepare the data, observe the data with the help of graph, apply the algorithm to data, and finally model evaluation. This all process we are following in the company and doing the prediction finally. So this is the machine learning overall process. Now just I have given the overall process to you, what we are doing in the company. Now up to this slide, it is clear that machine learning world is nothing but the world of algorithms. Now I am entering into the major part of machine learning. Up to this slide, I have explained you the workflow, what we are doing in the company, gather the data of the project, prepare the data, apply the algorithm, machine is learning from that, and have an output in terms of model and do the prediction. That is the workflow. Now we are entering into the core now. What is a machine learning algorithm? And you have joined this workshop because of this process only. What is machine learning algorithms? So there are four types of machine learning in the world. First is supervised learning. Second is unsupervised learning. Third is semi-supervised learning. And fourth is reinforcement learning. These are the four algorithms or four types of machine learning. I will be explaining this all four type in most easy way. First type is supervised. Supervised learning is very simple. Someone is there to train you. For example, supervised learning in the name itself indicate that supervise. Some supervision will be there. Some supervisor is available to train you. For example, very simple. In our home, there is one small child, and you need to train that small child about the two animal, dog and cat. Now what you are doing, you are explaining to the child, this animal is called as dog and this animal is called as cat. The child is learning from your word that who is dog and who is cat. Next day also you are training to the child, this is dog, this is cat. Child is learning from your word. Third day also you are trying to tell the child this is dog and this is cat. So again child is learning from your word. Now fourth day when the dog is coming, so child itself is saying that this is a dog because child has learned from your word. That is machine learning. Child has learned from your word. And after that on the fourth day when the child is observing the dog, child itself is saying that this is dog. That is prediction. So it indicates that in the supervised learning, someone is there to train you. Some person is there to train you. I am just giving the example. But in the world of machine learning, who is that supervisor? That I will let you know. Now in the unsupervised learning, again simple thing. The word is unsupervised. There is no one to train you. For example, I am not available. So in your home, the child is there. No one is training the child. Child is observing every day two animal. Every day child itself observing the two animal, dog and cat. Every day after observing continuously, child itself learning that if this is the characteristic, this is the this kind of animal dog, and this is the characteristic, then this is the cat. Child itself learning. That is unsupervised learning. No one is there to train you. That is unsupervised learning. Supervised learning means what? Combination of supervised and unsupervised. That is semi-supervised. Third type is semi-supervised. Combination of supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And fourth one, reinforcement learning. This is called as the agent environment learning. What do you mean by agent environment learning? Agent is now anything, either it is a machine or anything. Those who are learning from the data, that is environment. Today, you people are the agent and I am the environment. You are learning from me. You all are the agent today. You are learning from me. So reinforcement learning is the agent environment process where agent is learning from the environment. After learning from the environment, agent is taking the decision. If the decision is correct, agent will be rewarded. If the decision is wrong, agent will be punished. I will explain you, don't worry. Just focus, these are the four types. In the four type, first type is a supervised learning. Now in the supervised learning, whenever you are having the data available in the supervised learning, you will check that data. And in that data, if the output is available, that output is called as labeled data. So in the supervised learning is the technique where we teach the machine or train the machine using the data which is labeled data. Now I am using here word well labeled data. What is labeled data? If you are having the data, in that data, if output is available, then that output is called as labeled data. And in supervised learning, machine is going to learn from that output. That output is telling the machine, if this is the input, this is the output, this is the input, this is the output. So in my example, I already said that someone is there to train you. So in the terms of data, who is that someone? Output is that someone. Output variable tells the machine that if this is the characteristic, this is the output. That's why it is called as labeled data. So in a very simple way, that labeled data is with the help of this example. If we need to train a machine, who is Tom and who is Jerry. So observe at the input. Every images is having the word Tom and every images is having the word Jerry. So in this diagram, we are having the word Tom and Jerry. That means we are telling the machine this image, and we are having the word also Tom. This image is of Tom. This image is of Jerry. That you are giving to machine. And machine is learning from your giving information that this image is of Tom, this is Jerry. And finally machine is predicting. If you are giving the image of Jerry, so machine is telling that this is Jerry because you have trained that label data. Label data means output is available. What is that output? Image is the input, and that Tom which is written on every image, that is the output. So machine is learning from the output. That is the label data. That is label data is telling the machine what to do. So it indicates that machine is learning from label data. That is the supervised learning. Now supervised learning is what? You are having the output. If output is available, you can directly declare that is a supervised learning. And supervised learning is divided into two categories. Always remember, supervised learning is divided into two categories. One is classification, one is regression. This is the top type of supervised learning, and these are the algorithm. These are the algorithm, classification and regression. If you are having the output available, and if your output is continuous in nature, then that is called as the regression analysis. I am again repeating in the simple way. You are having the data, observe the data. If output is available in the data, that is called as supervised learning. Now in the supervised learning, output is available. There are two types of supervised learning. If the output is available, observe the output. If the output is continuous in nature, that is called as the regression algorithm. And if the output is discrete in nature, discrete, binary, 0, 1, yes, no, false, true, that is a classification algorithm. How you are deciding it is a regression classification? Because you are going to observe the output. If output is continuous in nature, then you are going to apply regression algorithm. If output is the classification in nature, then you are going to apply the classification algorithm. And this all are the algorithm of regression. When the data is output is continuous in nature, these are the various algorithms. This algorithm we are giving to the data, and data is machine is learning from the data. So I am not going in technically right now, just for the giving the information. These are the various algorithm under regression, linear regression, multiple linear regression, and so on. Similarly, in the classification, these are the algorithms: SVM, decision tree, naive Bayes, KN, and so on. These are the very famous algorithm. If you are a fresher, if you are not understanding this word, don't worry. Because today just I am providing all the information just for the sake of information. When you people will enter into the world of machine learning, this all algorithm is going to encounter. So this is the supervised learning. Now what do you mean by unsupervised learning? You are having the data, but in the data no output is available. Output is not available in the data. That is called as a unlabeled data. Again I am repeating, in unsupervised learning involve the training by the unlabeled data. What do you mean by unlabeled data? The data in which output is not available. No one is there to train you. That is unsupervised learning. So in the most simple way, unsupervised learning is the same example I am taking. Now observe here, all the images of Tom and Jerry. Here images is available, but word above the image is not available. Here words are not available, output is not available. Similarly, I am going back to the previous diagram in order to discriminate that. Here, observe in the supervised learning, images is there at the input section, and above every image word is also there, that is output. So in the supervised learning, output is available. Similarly, in unsupervised learning, image is there, but output is not there. There is nothing written at which image is of Tom and which is of Jerry. And when with this data you are giving to the algorithm, which is not having any output, so your algorithm is learning from the data in such a way that they are learning the features, that which is the features. They are having the similar features, they are finding one cluster, and they are having one more similar feature, they are finding the another cluster. So in the unsupervised learning, machine is learning from the features of data. All similar feature they are grouping in one cluster, and all other similar feature they are grouping in one cluster. So in the images of Tom and Jerry, they will came to know that the Jerry is having one features which is similar. So they are forming the cluster of Jerry. Similarly, they are finding the cluster of Tom. So in the simple word, in unsupervised learning, no one is there to train you. Machine is learning by itself, self learning. That is unsupervised learning. And these are the algorithm is unsupervised learning. Clustering, association, dimension reduction, and so on. These are the algorithm we are using in the unsupervised learning. When output is not available in the data, again I am repeating, when the output is not available in the data, unsupervised learning. Similarly, this is the difference, supervised and unsupervised. Finally, in the left hand side, there is one person and machine is available. Person is showing one image. That image is of apple. Now machine is telling banana. So person is telling no, this image is of not banana. This is of apple. In the second image, person is again showing the image. Machine is telling apple. Now person is telling yes. That means machine is learning from that person that this is apple or this is banana. Now in the right hand side, unsupervised learning, person is not available, output is not available. Machine itself have to learn which fruit is banana and which fruit is apple. This is the unsupervised learning. So in a very good way, we have gone through the process. Now in the semi-supervised learning, we are having the combination of supervised and unsupervised. Supervised means that we are having some part of output available of the data, and other part we are not having any output available. So that is semi-supervised learning. For some part of input, we are having the output available. In this diagram, in the horizontal image, two images available. One image is of face and one image is of not a face. In the horizontal image, we are writing the image and above one word face. That is supervised learning. Image is also available and output of that image is also available. Which image is it is? In the diagonal image, diagonal, same two images are available, but words are not written there. That is unsupervised learning. So when we are having certain situation where we are having the output available for some data and rest of the data output is not available, at that time semi-supervised learning is used. And semi-supervised learning is the combination of supervised and unsupervised. Finally, reinforcement learning, agent environment learning. Agent is learning from the environment, and after learning from the environment, agent is taking the decision. If the decision is correct, agent will be rewarded. If the decision is wrong, agent will be punished. Simple example. Google driverless car is the example of reinforcement learning. Google driverless car is the agent, and that car is learning from the surrounding environment with the help of sensors, with the help of camera. And after that, Google driverless car is deciding to take a decision whether to go straight, whether to take a right, whether to take a left, or whether to stop. That is called as decision. If the decision is correct, then the agent is rewarded, and if the decision is wrong, agent will be punished. And reinforcement learning is very useful and famous in the world of gaming industry. All gaming industries are using the reinforcement learning. So that is the four types of machine learning. Finally, that are the four types are supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, and semi-supervised. All are the algorithm. Semi-supervised means supervised means what? Someone is there to train you. Who is that someone in terms of data? Output. In the data, output is available. That means supervised learning. That is called as labeled data. If the data is available, output is not available, unsupervised learning. Semi-supervised is combination of supervised and unsupervised. And finally, reinforcement is what? Agent environment learning. So this is the types of machine learning we are using in the company. And what kind of problem we are solving in the machine learning? These three type of problem. Whenever you are working in the project, we are having the three problem. Whatever the prediction you have to do, depending on that prediction, your type of problem is depend. Now suppose you are having some project where you want to predict the house price of a city. House price of a city. So what is the price? Price is the continuous quantity. Continuous means what? Price may be a 2 lakh, 4 lakh, 1 crore, 2 crore, 60 crore, 2 lakh 40,000. There is no limit. It is continuous data. So whenever you want to predict continuous quantity, at that time you are going to use regression algorithm. Again, I am repeating. If you are having the data and in that data output is also available, previous data output is also available, and your problem statement is that you want to predict the continuous quantity, use regression algorithm. If your problem statement is want to predict classification, that is discrete quantity. What is discrete quantity? For example, whether the patient is having cancer or not. So output is either yes, output is either no. Output is only two quantity, yes or no. That is discrete data. If any project you are working was output you are predicting is discrete in nature, then apply classification algorithm. Apply classification algorithm. And finally, when you are not having any output available in the data, that kind of category is called as clustering. So about two problem, regression and classification is a supervised algorithm problem. Why supervised? Because in the supervised you are having the data available. In the data output is available. You will observe the output. Output is continuous in nature. Apply regression. Output is discrete in nature. Apply classification. And if you are not having any output, apply clustering. So these are the three types of problem statement every company is working on. So these are the types of problem statement. Now, after upgrading all those skills in the world of machine learning, you are having the knowledge of Python, you are having the knowledge of data cleaning, that is how you are clean the data, that is the data science world. You are having the knowledge of mathematics, and you are having the knowledge of all algorithm. So when you are having all those knowledge, so you will be getting the job in company, and after getting the job, you are making such type of application. That is, you will make the application for Facebook, automatic image tagging. So this application you are making in the company. Same traffic alert. Whenever we are using the Google Map, that Google Map is using the machine learning and AI technology. Transportation, Uber and Ola is using the transportation facility, and they are using the machine learning and AI technology. Product recommendation, Amazon is using the machine learning and AI technology. Virtual personal assistant, Alexa, Siri, all are the product of AI. Self-driving car is the product of artificial intelligence. Dynamic pricing. Today you book the car. So sorry, let's take an example. At this time in the afternoon, book the Ola cab from one particular location. In the evening, from the same location you book the Ola cab, price will be different. That is a dynamic pricing. It is used by the machine learning technique. Google translation from any language to any language. Online video streaming. Fraud detection in the banking industries are using machine learnings. So these are the various application we have discussed. There are 1,000 application everyday life we are surrounding by machine learning and AI. I have just highlighted the few one. After upgrading the overall thing, these are the job designation you will get in company. If you are having the overall knowledge of Python language, mathematics, automation, data cleaning, the data and keep in the database. Data analyst. What is the main responsibility of data analyst? Clean the data. Data preparation. So in the company, entry level job is data analyst. You are a junior data scientist. Data analyst is also called as junior data scientist. Data scientist is the doctor of data. As I said, main hero is data scientist. Machine learning engineers are mainly responsible. Those who are the part of data scientists also. Machine learning is also one type of data scientist, but mainly involved in predicting the data. Machine learning engineers are mainly involved in predicting the data. So these are the data engineer, those who are collecting the data and storing the data. And for that, they require the SQL technology and Hadoop technology knowledge. So data engineer main responsibility is data collection and storage. Data engineering tools are SQL, Hadoop, and so on. As I already said you, data analyst main responsibility is cleaning the data, data preparation and observing the graph from the data. That is the responsibility of data analyst team. Same thing for data analysis, you should have the knowledge of mathematics and Python and SQL and data visualization tool called Power BI and Tableau. But if you are not having that knowledge also, don't worry. You will be become a data analyst if you are having the knowledge of Python also and mathematics also. So these are the data analyst. Machine learning scientist is the person, those who are applying the algorithm to the data and predicting from that. Applying the algorithm and predicting from that. What kind of algorithm we are applying? We have discussed 4 types of algorithm. Depending on the situation, any algorithm is applied. In the deep learning also, we are having many algorithm. So you should have the knowledge of deep learning also. So these are the machine learning engineers. Tools are mathematics tools, that is Python is the language, and mathematics knowledge you should have. So that are the machine learning tools. Finally, our hero of the picture is data scientist. Data scientist can do anything, either data collection, storage, data preparation, and applying the algorithm to data and predicting from that. Data scientist is the versatile person. So heavy demand in the industry for data scientist. You have to learn all the algorithms, languages, and so. Finally, you are having one team in the company. Data engineer team is responsible for cleaning and maintaining data. Data collecting and maintaining data. Data analyst is mainly responsible for cleaning the data. Data scientist is the main hero, finding the hidden information. And machine learning engineer is for training the machine and predicting from that. These are the overall team. So this all I have discussed with you. So this is a quiz. I want to check you people whether you have learned from my webinar or not. There is one quiz I want to ask you people. As I already told you, in the company we are solving three types of problem: regression, classification, and clustering. If you are working on any project, in that project your output is available, and that output is continuous in nature. So what kind of problem it is? So there are three problem statement. The first problem statement is study of banking credit card data set. Banking industry is having the data of credit card, and from that credit card information, bank have to approve a loan to the person. Whenever new application is coming for approval the loan, so we want to find which kind of problem it is, because output is either you are going to give the loan or not. That is yes or no. If the person history is good, then give the loan, yes. If the person history is wrong, don't give the loan. So this is one problem statement. Okay, so at the end of our webinar, when I will open the chat window, I will ask problem statement one is of which category problem, either regression, classification, or clustering. Second problem statement is house price prediction. We are having the data set of one house in which output is available, output is continuous in nature, and we want to predict that price only. So what kind of problem statement it is? After that, third, we have to cluster a set of movies. Either it is a good or average based on social media outreach. In the social media, whenever we are writing comment on any movie, from that comment, you want to decide that the set of movie, it is a good or average, that problem. So this is a quiz for you people. After the end of this webinar, I will ask. So finally, to enter into the world of artificial intelligence, these are the word which is coming in front of you. Machine learning, that 4 type of algorithm: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement. Machine learning. Deep learning. I haven't started the deep learning yet. After 2 days, we will start deep learning. So deep learning is the study of neural network. Natural reinforcement learning, that is agent environment learning, I already told you. Natural language processing and computer vision, it is a part of deep learning. I will come on that. Recommendation system is unsupervised learning. So these all are the word which is going to encounter with you in future. Just focus on this word. And after learning all these skills, you are going to apply in all those industry. Every industries in the world are using the world of data science, machine learning. Either they are the healthcare industry, robotics and automation, agricultural, and so on. Now the situation is like that. If any company is not using AI, that company is going to get a loss. So always remember, nowadays machine learning is the hottest topic in the market. Every company is using the AI technology nowadays. Majority of the company. So finally, this is all about my today's session. If you want to reach me, you have to reach me in my LinkedIn ID, or you can mail me, or you can contact me. So this is a just general overview I have given you that in the today's webinar before entering practically how the machine learning world is working. I am just showing you the some small gist also how the machine learning algorithm look like. This is the Jupyter notebook. This Jupyter notebook is called as the IDE in the Python language. IDE, Integrated Development Environment. We are going to work in this 6 days workshop in Jupyter notebook with the Python language. I have been said that all the participants, those who are joining this workshop, is having the knowledge of this Jupyter notebook and data science. Then only I am going to teach you machine learning. Because as I said in the ladder, machine learning input is data science. If you are having the knowledge of data science, then you will understand machine learning. So I am going to explain this overall project in the world of machine learning, data science and deep learning in the Jupyter notebook with the help of Python language. And this is the project which you are going to learn tomorrow. That is this the project. That project is that we want to learn how we are going to do a price prediction from the data set which is already available. So from that given data set, we want to predict the price. So which kind of algorithm we will apply, how we are going to process that, how we are going to predict the price, everything we are going to see in hands-on. And believe me, I am going to give you very quality training during this 6 days webinar, and you will enjoy this webinar. At least you will come to know what is machine learning and in which situation which algorithm we have to use. It is not possible to cover all algorithm within 6 days, but we will cover those algorithm in the most quality way. So don't worry, we will be learning all this practical session from tomorrow. Today our main focus was what is a machine learning, what kind of algorithm is used in the machine learning, and so on. So everything we have learned. So finally, the short overview is that what we have learned today, we have learned that small motivation. Who can learn data science? Anyone can learn the data science. Finally, we have learned what is the process of machine learning and roadmap to go for AI. What workflow we are following in the company when we are having the project. We are collecting the data, preparing the data, applying the algorithm, and so on. And this is the roadmap to reach up to AI. We have learned the relationship between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. We have learned what are the top 10 skills of the world, top 10 programming language of the world, and we have gone through what is the need of machine learning, because there is a huge volume of data available inside the company, and we want to find the hidden information from that data so that company will make the business. We have gone through that process. We have gone through the introduction process, what is the difference between traditional programming and machine learning. After that, we have gone through what is the machine learning exact definition. Practical definition of machine learning is very simple. Machine is learning from the data and predicting for the future data. And very good example, today you people are the machine and I am the data for you. You are learning from me today. So this is a machine learning. Today you people are the machine. You are learning from me. After learning, after my webinar in the evening, if someone is asking you what is machine learning, and when you will tell that exact process what I have explained you machine learning, that is the prediction. So you people are learning from me, and in the evening if anyone asks you, you will say the machine learning, that is a prediction. So machine is learning from the past data and predicting for future data. So finally we have used the common terminology also. What do you mean by data? What is the meaning of training term? What is the meaning of predicting output? What is algorithm, model, predictor variable, response variable, training and testing the data in the machine learning. All we have gone through that. And finally, we have gone through the steps of machine learning. Then we have gone through the overall cycle of machine learning, deciding the topic, gathering the data, preparing, exploratory data analysis, applying the algorithm and so on. And finally, this type. Actually, this is the machine learning world. If you want to become a quality machine learning engineer, just dedicate yourself in all these four algorithm, do the majority of project in this four algorithm after learning the algorithm, and after that, the overall process is available. So we have gone through all the algorithms, and finally we have gone through that after upgrading the skills in all those algorithm, what kind of problem statement we are solving, what application you will make the project in the company after getting the job, and what are the job designation available in the market. These are the job designation available in the market. So that's all about my today's session.